think. And we'll do that. Loosen that one up. And that one up. And turn it around. Tighten that one. And tighten that one. I didn't tighten them tight. I hit the E-stop. I don't like messing with the chuck, you know, by hand, moving it around and stuff, unless the E-stop is, get the indicator. And this we want to run true to this. Don't know when it turned off, but or stopped recording. I'm dialing in. I flipped it around now. I'm dialing in the back side where the cutter is going to get mounted now, and I want it dialed in pretty true. 0. 1 thou or 1 thou low. So put it on the half mark. Right there. 0. 0. That's a half thou low, half thou high, 0. There we go. Needle ain't even hardly wiggling. So, we're there. Good deal. So now, we want to turn a diameter to fit the hub of the wheel of the slitting saw, which is 630, and it's only going to be 15 thou. So the cutter I was using, yep. All right. Now we can turn this into 630. We can do that because I know where that cutter diameter was cutting. So I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to turn it into 630. Right there. Oop. And then I'm going to touch and go in. Touch. Right there. And now I'm going to try to go in. Yeah. Okay. This will be 9 thou right here. I'll take it to 10. Right there. Go into 630. $6.50. 6:30. About. I'm going to take a stone and just stone the top of it. Get the little tiny burr off that I had on there. Now will this fit in there? I thought I felt it drop in there. Not quite. It wants to go, but not quite. Let's check this tool. Nope, I got a little radius on that tool, and I'm sure that's what's causing it. So I'm going to resharpen that to a point, and then we're going to try to pick up and all right, so now it's going to be tough. So come in, I'll have to come in and touch the OD of this, and then I can reset my dial so I know where I'm at. I'll have to measure this to see where I'm at with that. Get my mic out here. I was going to trust the calipers, but I decided not to. So we're going to measure this. That is 1 inch, 296. All right. Well, we're just going to come in here, we're going to touch and take a light cut on that, and then see where we're at. Want it in far enough to where my mic will, I'll have room to mic it. All right. There, it took just a light cut. Very light cut. Now we'll try to measure that. Oops, I'm getting up on the, got up on the major diameter. Okay. Alright, let's type this in. X 1 inch 294. Right. So now we can go in to, what was it, 630. 630. And then we'll go in the 10 thou after it touches. Right there is touching. There's 10 thou. Then we'll take the stone again and carefully stone off a little bit of a burr. And then we'll see if that baby fits on there. Looks like I gotta go just a little more. All right. We'll go down to 29, 629. All right, 628. Taken such a light cut. There we go. That's it. It fits nice and snug. Snug as in a bug in a rug. A bug in a rug. I don't think it's going down all the way though. I don't like that. Yeah, it is. You give it a little turn here, and it seated right down in there. Now I can't get it off. Turn it. There we go. So now we want to drill and tap a hole through there, or in there, for the cap. And I made a cap for it. What did I do with it? Pretty sure I made a cap for it. don't see it. I know I've got a cap to hold the rings on that I made. That's this cap. Well, did I just make that cap and then forget to make the... Looks like it. Alright, so what size cap do I want to put on there? Probably, it ain't gonna take much to hold that. I'm looking at my screws, at what flush head screws I have. And looks like 1/4 inch. Well, I got some number 10s here. Yeah, 1024. 1024, I think, will be it. Let's measure it real quick with the calipers just to make sure that I'm not all wet. Yep, that's 10, number 10. 3/16. Alright, so drill and tap for a number 10. 1024. Number 25. Actually, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go 3 or 4 thou over the tap drill size to make tapping a little easier. And get a 1024 tap. 1032s. Here we go. 1024. And we need a center drill. Let's put this stone away. Center drill. Okay, let's back this up. Move in with the tailstock. And move the carriage up. And then I'm going to lock it there so it doesn't get bumped into the chuck. And chuck key. Alright. Center drill. Back that up. Number 25 drill. Well, I went one bigger. Went one number bigger, which is like 3 or 4 thou. It's supposed to be a number 25, but I went with the 24. Alright, screw her in there, locker, and I want some oil. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Don't let me forget to put chamfer on that. I want to get a chamfer on that before I take it out of the shop. I have some other slitting saws, but they're smaller. They would never work for what I'm doing here. I used them for I use those for parting rings or for cutting rings until somebody says, well, you can just snap them. And I was always afraid to snap them. I was afraid that I'd end up breaking them and have to make them over. But I did snap a few. But I went back to the cutter because I can calculate that gap and then how big a gap I have to, or what the diameter of the ring needs to be to close that gap up. It works out anyway for me. So, but I didn't make these rings that way. I made them the way they were, pretty much the way they were called out. Other than I did take and open them up and flame harden them anyway to make a little bit more spring than what they have. I'm looking for my tap guide. I don't see it anywhere. I'm putting some LED on the tap. I think I'll get a center since I can't find my tap guide. A center will work also. It's just that you gotta keep constant pressure on with the hand wheel. Yeah, see, I'm way off already. You just turn the hand wheel in as you're tapping and it should be okay. Sitting here, standing here, trying to think of where I put that. That should be good enough, I think. Now, what was it that you guys were supposed to remind me of? Remind me to do? Chamfer. You were supposed to remind me to chamfer this. And I will do that right now. If I can find the chamfer tool. This isn't the chamfer tool I was using. Was it? Maybe it was. All right, here we go. There we go. And anything else before I take it out of there? I'm gonna hit that with a stone too. Even that chamfer tool brought up a little bit of a burr, and I don't want any little bit of burrs on there because that wheel cutter is only 15 thou. And it would deform pretty easily. All right, because that cutter's going to lay against that surface. All right, that's it. That's it for this, except for the cap. So I'll have to make a cap for it. But there it is. And it'll just fit in the collet and do my cutting. I'm going to cut away here, and I'm going to look for that cap. I'm positive I made one. And then I'm going to go in and see if I can get a video going here and get it uploaded, because I do have some other things I can do. I've got a birdhouse sitting in here ready to paint too, so I'll probably go do that. Keep my wife happy. So anyway, she was going to paint it, and she asked if I would, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. So anyway, when we come back next time, if I get back to it, when I get back to it, we'll put an undercut on here for that cap, whatever cap, so I can get in the right distance around here. So might be a undercut back to here. I'm going to do that while I have the forge on. So maybe you guys will have to remind me of that too by the time I get back to it. I was going to put this aside, set this aside, and go back to the mini lathes that I was building, because I got tired of cutting gears, and I got a few more gears to cut for it, because I was gonna cut all the gears so that I can single point on that for little screws. So anyway, they're both sitting at a standstill. I packed them in a box and went onto this engine over winter, and then what I was going to do is take them lathes, pack that away, and bring those lathes back out, and then just work on them on and off, rather than this engine on and off. I was going to get back on this engine in the fall and hopefully finish her up in the winter time here, this next winter. So anyway, that's it for now. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.